So by now, everyone in the NBA world should know that Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets has requested a trade, and it basically shocked everyone. KD was even surprised, and even the Nets roster. So, I mean, this type of news is definitely big, and when one of your stars on your team wants out of your team, basically, I mean, you're going to have to trade him. So, yeah, with the Nets being the fourth seed, you would imagine Kyrie wants to stay with his team. I mean, they've been overachieving. They were one of the worst teams to start out the season, and they definitely have come over that hump. Nick Claxton, he's been pretty much the benefactor of that, being a pretty defensive beast. And with KD playing at a high level, Kyrie playing at a high level, I mean, this team is definitely capable of being a contender. It's just, Kyrie wants out. I mean, he wants the bag. He's going to be a free agent by the end of the season, so he can go wherever he wants. I mean, the Lakers are looking like a possibility here, and we'll talk about some teams here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Really, the reason is just like, I don't know, like the Nets, they have a good roster. The thing is, they need another move to take the next step to win a ring. I mean, this team on paper is good, but I don't know. It's just like they need another piece alongside KD and Kyrie. They just don't have the assets to move. I mean, KD, he's been playing at a high level, maybe one of his best seasons in a while. Kyrie, same thing. Nick Claxton having probably an MIP caliber season. Ben Simmons, he's been pretty streaky, and the rest are just basically role players. I mean, Utah's been pretty good, but that's pretty much it. So we're gonna talk about Kyrie and explore some teams that are willing to trade for him this season and how he's gonna impact them. So first, we have the Lakers. So a season or two ago, I think Kyrie had some rumors about going to the Lakers in exchange for Westbrook. I think it was either a season or a season two ago. I can't remember, but yeah, regardless, the Lakers were the front runners to get him if he was traded. This makes a ton of sense. I mean, he's played with LeBron in Cleveland, and the fit would just be pretty much perfect. He'd be the main ball handler, someone that's going to be initiating the offense, be the facilitator alongside LeBron, because LeBron's getting up there in age. So you're going to need another guy that can just run the offense, and Kyrie can be that guy. Also, having AD and Thomas Bryant in there, I mean, honestly, the floor spacing would be kind of nice, and even with AD being a great rim runner, a great roll or pick and roll player, that's going to be pretty much great with the system for Kyrie. So, yeah, I mean, the Lakers are pretty much the favorite to land Kyrie. Not really my favorite choice, to be honest with you. I mean, Kyrie to the Lakers. We'll see what happens there. I mean, Kyrie, LeBron, and AD definitely going to be a big three there in Los Angeles. But, I mean, we've seen big threes happen in the NBA. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. The Brooklyn Nets, one example with James Harden. But yeah, the Lakers pretty much are looking like the favorites to land Kyrie right now. So, and it's even more interesting that Kyrie and Westbrook are both out for their games tonight. We'll see how that affects something. I mean, that might be hinting at a trade. So now we'll talk about how the Lakers would acquire Kyrie. So they would be trading Westbrook, at least Westbrook and a first-round pick in exchange for Kyrie. I mean, that's pretty much the bare minimum. If you want to get Kyrie, because he still is a superstar caliber player, and, the Nets are just going to be giving him up for some role players. So the Nets, they traded their future picks to Houston in that James Harden trade, so they're going to be looking for some future first-round picks if everything falls apart. And the Lakers do have some pretty valuable picks in 2025, and I want to say 2027 for the latest pick, so that should be interesting right there. Maybe adding some more role players, and that might entice the Nets. So that's pretty much the best offer the Lakers can add. I mean, they don't really have too many pieces. They already said they weren't willing to include Reeves or Max Christie in a trade, so they got to work with what they have. So now for some other teams, the Mavericks are also another team interested in Kyrie Irving. They were also linked to him back a season ago, I want to say. I would say this is my favorite team to land Kyrie because it gives Luka another star that can handle the ball and just relieve the pressure off of him on offense. And with Kyrie, he's going to be able to run the offense and just be the second Luka on the team. I mean, he's going to get his own team yet again, whenever Luka's out. But whenever Luka's there, he's going to be playing mostly the two. And I don't know, like the fit is really the only thing I see here that's not going to work. Defensively, as a backcourt, they're not going to be good at all. And it doesn't help that their front court with Christian Wood is just not great defensively. So defensively, you're going to get even worse. I mean, even in the trade package, you're going to be including Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie. That's pretty much the bare minimum for a trade for Kyrie too. But yeah, I mean, defensively is just really the only thing I see that's worrying me about this team if they do acquire Kyrie. Offensively, you're going to be great, with Kyrie Irving being a great player offensively, one of the best ball handlers in the league, great three-point shooter, great passer, great playmaker. It's just the defense is the one thing that worries me, because you're giving up Finney-Smith, you're giving up Spencer Dinwiddie, two pretty important role players to your offense and defense. So we'll see what happens with the Mavericks. They do have some picks, not a lot of first-round picks to offer, but they could be something of worth to the Nets. We'll see what happens, but maybe even a 3-team trade could happen here. We'll see. I mean, if a 3-team trade happened, it would be pretty interesting. But overall, for the Mavs, I like it, but the fit isn't just there at all. So we'll see. So finally, we got the Miami Heat. Now, I think this team would be a pretty good team to land Kyrie Irving. I mean, Kyle Lowry has been pretty subpar for this team and hasn't been the greatest. So bringing Kyrie Irving, a ball handler, a ball-dominant player, someone that's going to be playing alongside Jimmy and Bam, who are pretty much all defensive caliber players. Defensively, you don't have to worry on the backcourt and the front court, so you're pretty much good there. Offensively, you get a guy like Kyrie Irving that can handle the ball, shoot the ball, pretty much be the main ball handler on the team. And with a guy like a Tyler Hero on the bench, I mean, this team could definitely be a contender in the East. They are the 6th seed, like I said, so I don't know. This team on paper with Kyrie, Jimmy, and Bam with Tyler Hero, that's honestly one of the more better teams in the East. And looking at the East, it's pretty much competitive right now with teams like Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Cleveland, New York, Atlanta. I mean, all these teams are pretty great and definitely better than the West. So yeah, with the Miami Heat, if they do acquire Kyrie Irving, they might honestly be a favorite for the finals. So yeah, overall, I mean, the Heat acquiring Kyrie Irving might be a little bit of a stretch. They don't really have too many pieces to offer. They could offer maybe like Duncan Robinson, but like the contract is horrible. I think they should have some picks to at least trade for Kyrie. We'll see what happens, but they don't really have too many assets to trade for Kyrie Irving, so a trade might not be in the works, and the Nets already stated that they don't want to do a Kyle Lowry for Kyrie Irving swap straight up. So we'll see what happens with the Heat, but pretty much the favorite to land Kyrie Irving right now are the Lakers. So honestly, none of us can predict where Kyrie's going to go, but there might be some rumblings soon. I mean, like I said, both he and Westbrook are out tonight, so this might hint at a trade pretty soon. If the Lakers do trade for Kyrie Irving, I probably will make a video on it, right when it happens. But we'll see what happens. That's the end. And I'm out.